Joining me at this moment, Rajya Sabha MP of the Aam Aadmi Party, Raghav Chadha. Raghav, thank you for speaking to us here on NDTV. I want to start by asking you, this Congress party now has backed the demand that you had made earlier. Initially, the Congress was saying that the Aam Aadmi Party was being unreasonable, trying to put the Congress in one corner. They said when time will come, of course, they are going to announce their stand. Now, is that all behind you? Now, can we expect, the same vigor for the opposition unity? One hurdle crossed.
Well, first of all, Ankit, of course, the political affairs meeting of the Aam Aadmi Party happened today, of which I was a participant. It discussed all these issues. And let me tell you that this Delhi ordinance must not be viewed from the prism of only Delhi. This has national ramifications, and this has ramifications in every state and for every elected government. Delhi is merely an experiment. If they succeed in this experiment, this ordinance and similar tools will be deployed in various other non-BJP ruled states. This Delhi ordinance, and I will mince no words, is an anti-national ordinance. Anybody who supports this anti-national ordinance himself or herself is an anti-national, which is working against the interests of India. And all those people who love our country, who would want to fight for democracy, for the constitution and for elected governments in this country will have to oppose this ordinance. In this quest to defeat the Delhi ordinance in the parliament, whenever it comes in parliament, most likely in the upcoming monsoon session, Mr. Kejriwal met all leaders of non-BJP parties, and we have got support from the Trinamool Congress to the RJD, from the JDU to the DMK, from the DMK to BRS, Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray, to NCP, SP, CPI, CPM, Jharkhand Mukti Morcha. Virtually all political parties have come together to support us.
Okay.
And I'm happy and I welcome the Congress's unequivocal opposition to the ordinance, and I thank Congress on behalf of the 2 crore people of Delhi.
Raghav, the Congress party had always said that, they are against the BJP's moves to try and hit at the federal structure. But they were also little wary of the fact that the Aam Aadmi Party was trying to push them in a corner to take the decision when the Aam Aadmi Party wants them to take the decision, like it happened in the last opposition meeting as well. Were you being little unreasonable at that point of time when you knew that the Congress before the monsoon session in any case will clear the air as far as this entire ordinance is concerned?
Well, I don't think asking or requesting a political party or a leader of a political party to denounce and express its absolute, unequivocal, absolutely certain opposition to a legislation that has the impact of, wrecking democracy across India. This is nothing but an anti-national ordinance, and I think every political party, right-thinking political party, must oppose this ordinance. And I don't think there's anything wrong in this.
Okay.
And I'm happy that Congress has finally formally and publicly announced its unequivocal opposition.
You mentioned a list of the political parties which are supporting your cause as far as this ordinance is concerned. The question remains that why, that most of these opposition parties, even if they come together, they will still possibly fall short of the number to defeat this in Rajya Sabha. Why did the Aam Aadmi Party not make a, reach out, or why did you not connect with YSRCP or Biju Janata Dal in the same vigor that you were, trying to get all the other parties to come on the same page?
I think it would be unfair to speculate on who has been contacted and who will support or not support this. I think this is something that we will know on the day when the voting happens. I don't wish to pass a judgment on the political parties that you have just named. I can only make an appeal, Ankit, to every political party in this country that don't view this from the prism of Delhi. Tomorrow it can happen in your state. What they have attempted to do using this ordinance is they have snatched subjects of administration from elected governments, tomorrow they can bring about an ordinance or present a bill in parliament using which they can amend the concurrent list that is there in our constitution and snatch away subjects of administration from each state government.
Okay.
For example, tomorrow they can come out and say that we are taking away, let's say, the subject of education from the Tamil Nadu government. We are snatching the subject of health from the Kerala government. We are snatching the subject of social welfare from the West Bengal government.
Right.
If subjects of administration are taken away from these elected governments and center starts administering its complete control and authority over the subjects of administration, then why have elected governments? Then run this country with one prime minister and 31 governors or lieutenant governor.
Has there been any attempt in terms or any assurances that you have got from YSRCP or Biju Janata Dal on this?
No, I don't wish to speculate on all these things. I think I can only make an appeal to them through you that please support us in this endeavor. Now I leave this to the wisdom of the leaders of those political parties. I think we will know on the day of and it will go down in history books who supports this and who opposes this.
Raghav, tomorrow is a very
important... In fact, I would, through your
yeah.
channel, Ankit, let me say this, just permit me, I, through your channel, Ankit, want to make an appeal to every member of parliament of the BJP also. Every member of parliament who feels that this bill is against India's democracy, is violative of India's constitution, is completely in contempt of India's federal structure, to oppose this ordinance when it comes to parliament and support us. You know, when the Mahabharat happened, at that point in time, before the Mahabharat began, Yudhishthir, the eldest of the 5 Pandavas, made an appeal right before at the battleground, right before the battle began. He's made an appeal saying that anybody who's on the side of the Kauravas, who feel that I am right and the truth is in my favor, please come towards me and I will accept you with open arms. And if there is anyone in my army who feels that the truth is with the Kauravas and not with us, you can leave my army and move towards the Kauravas and I will not oppose it. I think it is somewhat similar in that way, in that the Aam Aadmi Party is appealing to the BJP that if you feel that we are right, please come to us, please vote for us.
Passionate appeal there, Raghav. But tomorrow is the opposition unity meet. What would be your agenda? If this hurdle is crossed now, can we expect some sort of a concrete movement forward? Because like you've been putting the Delhi Ordinance in front as far as the opposition unity is concerned, there are also other intricacies, TMC and Congress Party and all those other intricacies also at work. Can we expect tomorrow and day after some concrete way forward for the opposition alliance?
I think this way one will only know after the meeting that happens tomorrow. As I have said that the Aam Aadmi Party under the leadership of our national convener Mr. Kejriwal will participate in this meeting. Whatever comes out of this meeting we will know in a day or two. But I must say this, that, and it's an idea that was mooted by Mr. Kejriwal, that we can defeat the BJP and save India's democracy if we do 1 versus 1, that is 1 BJP candidate versus 1 non-BJP candidate. If this formula that was followed in the year 1977 to defeat the mighty Congress and the mighty Mrs. Indira Gandhi can be replicated in the year 2024, BJP can most certainly be defeated.
JD,
remember, at its peak,
JD, you might not agree with you saying that this is Mr. Kejriwal's idea. They believe Mr. Nitish Kumar has been, going cross-formulating this idea.
Okay, it may be.
Okay,
everyone else.
But in the end, before I wrap up, Raghav, I want to ask you.
To be honest, it was the idea. It was the idea of the Jan Sangh in 1977 when it got the socialists, the communists, the Jan Sanghis, everyone under one banner. So I attribute it to the Jan Sangh.
So let's see whether history repeats in the similar fashion this time also if the opposition does come together. But Raghav, in the end, I want to ask you, while the opposition is still trying to create a blueprint, come to some sort of an agreement as far as how they will take on the BJP, there is a big NDA meeting on the 18th where there is a clear leader, a clear agenda a grouping that is also coming up to defeat what the opposition is trying to do on the other side. What do you have to say about the NDA coming together?
Well, first of all, I think today NDA stands weakened with their key big allies. I'm not referring to small allies with 1-2 seats in the Lok Sabha, but big allies that have a footprint, a substantial footprint in this country, dumping the NDA. From the JDU to the Shiromani Akali Dal. 9 big allies of the NDA have dumped the NDA. That's point number 1. Point number 2, today the law of diminishing marginal utility has kicked in. After 9.5 long years of the Modi government, people have today started realizing that the utility of the BJP stands weakened, and therefore things like inflation, price rise, unemployment, lack of social welfare, etc. have kicked in, and people want a departure from the BJP. And third and most importantly, today we have a weakened BJP and a weakened NDA. In the year 2018, it's a very interesting statistic. In the year 2018, March 2018, BJP and its allies ran governments on roughly 76% of India's geographical territory, geographical land. 76% in the year 2018. Today, in March 2022, this figure came down from 76% to 44%, and it has come down further now. So therefore, today the footprint of the NDA at a pan-India level has decreased and BJP stands weakened, and they have an uphill task in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, which are the upcoming polls. So I think today a weakened BJP and a weakened NDA is most certainly, can be defeated, shall be defeated, and if this formula of 1 versus 1 is adopted, then most certainly the BJP can be and shall be defeated.
Raghav Chadha, thank you so much for speaking to us and sharing your party's views. And of course, I would say it's a fillip as far as the opposition unity is concerned. The Aam Aadmi Party would be attending the opposition meeting tomorrow. What comes out of it, we'll leave it to the party leaders and see the result on 18th. Thank you so much, Raghav Chadha, for joining us.